Have you ever changed the way you dress because of what people will actually say or talk about? Or have you ever stayed silent because you feel, hey, why not going to talk? Six people, you're going to talk, or they'll say that I'm speaking nonsense. Have you? That's what happens when you constantly look for validation from others instead of yourself. You're constantly looking for the validation that, hey, are they saying I'm beautiful? Are they saying I'm intelligent? Are they saying I'm smart? Because you're sorry. You shouldn't look for validation from people. That is the problem. Looking for validation from others is the problem that is affecting your growth. Actually, the problem is not looking for validation, okay? There are sometimes that maybe you're going to do something like you want the positive feedback on others, but the thing is looking for the validation and solely depending on validation every freaking time to do something. You cannot move on your own unless you ask somebody, hey, is this thing I'm going to do correct? What if they say no, but it was the correct one? Quick story time. I used to be that kind of girl. I sought validation from my loved ones, my mom, my friends, like anybody that I could actually trust. Like even to dress, I'll be like, Mom, what do you think about this dress? Mind you, I'm very weird when it comes to dressing. Like you see, the normal t-shirt and dress you wear, me, I'm not saying I'm creative. I will style my t-shirt in some way. I used to do that, or maybe instead of normal sleeveless, me, I'll do some posh, I'll do some, like, I'm very weird when it comes to being stylish, yeah. And then, like, I used to ask people, what do you think about this dress? What do you think of, and, like, my self-confidence was really down, because I'll dress the way they want me to dress, and sometimes I'll dress, I'll be like, again, if I come this doesn't look like Bennett, this is so Bennett. And you know why I did that? I wanted to feel accepted. Me, for instance, making friends was quite difficult for me. So when somebody say, hey, she's dressing like us, and I was, yeah, she's behaving like us, like I feel like, okay, girl, I'm on. Anybody that knows me from GHS will tell you that I was anti-social. So when I saw validation from the people I actually love, and they said, oh, okay, I didn't know it, I feel like, okay, now I'm part of the group, now they see me, now I'm accepted. Also, I always doubted myself. I doubted myself to make the right decisions for me. I doubted myself because I always wanted people to. I was asking questions like, what do they even think about me? And that made me doubt myself to make the right decisions. Like, I was like, hey, these people, hey, this I'm doing. What would they think? Hey, they'll say that I'm predator. They'll say I'm corrupt. They'll say like, yeah, jeez, and I'll just stop whatever thing I'm doing because I doubted myself that I was actually doing the right thing, and that made me stop trusting myself that I could move without being judged. It made me stop trusting that, okay, I could actually do something without being judged. I could actually do something without feeling that, okay, somebody's already taking a pen and paper and saying that, oh, she's not doing the right thing. No, she's being some way, and then on quite she's different. Why I did that when I used to seek validation from people, like when I do something, when I posted something on social media and the likes were 2, 3, 2, 3, I was like, hey, best I am sharing that these people are not liking my video. Maybe it's my hair, maybe it's the way I behave, maybe I'm so fat. That's why I'm getting 2 likes. That's why the TikTok algorithm is not pushing my videos. And that's always made me crawl back into my cage like something. It didn't let me move forward. Like the moment I said, I'll be like, okay, people are not liking it, especially if you continue. And I'll be looking for another thing to do the next day. And when I see the same reaction, I'll just stop. So you see, I wasn't building consistency due to that. I made the numbers, the likes, the comments determine my value, forgetting that my actual value is for people that actually sees my worth. I don't know if I'm speaking to you. You don't get it, but you get it. It's for people that actually sees my worth. And because of that, I just stopped being authentic and real. Like I was pretending. Anyone that knows me knows that I'm very sarcastic, I'm very funny, I'm jovial, I love laughing like mad. Even if I'm on a social page, at first you see me like I become so straight like somebody asked a local military train me. Oh my god. I stopped being real. I stopped being authentic. I stopped being me. And that was very weird. Just because of the likes I wanted on social media. and I wanted validation from people that didn't even know me, whether I've eaten or I've not eaten. So I struggle to make decisions about things I've actually prayed or planned like months earlier, because I feel like these things people are going to talk, and Charlie, it was bad though. It was very bad though. I ended up abandoning my own value. Okay, I'm the kind of person you will never see wearing short dresses. I don't know, it made me feel very uncomfortable, and like, or maybe revealing dresses like me back me chicken go. And I said those things like made me feel comfortable. You know, it has to, but people were like, and then she doesn't dress like that. She's not a modern girl. She's not. See, I'm a Gen Z. I don't like to be. I'm a Gen Z, but I wasn't dressing like that. I was still dressing like a 1960 girl, like something like that. And people were actually, because instead of wearing my Gen Z dress like this, you know, I would just put on some my shirt, baby, was there. So no, my shirt, oh, back to me energy 50 baby. That made me abandon my own values. I started wearing things out of nowhere. Last time I went out and I wore a short dress. The way some men were looking at me, I felt so disgusted. Please, I'm not saying short dress. Please, if you love your short dress, wear it. But for me, it wasn't for me. It made me abandon my own values. I don't know. That's what I'm trying to say. It made me abandon my own values, like how comfortable I could be in some clothes, like without saying, hey, somebody look at me. You see, and that really affected me, my mindset, my growth, and everything I wanted to do. Not only the dressing room. I took alcohol. You see the way I said it made me abandon my own values. I took alcohol. I remember when I was working with Chill, one lady I was working with, she was like, hey, so when you JTS and you don't even know alcohol, oh, my life when I took alcohol, and it wasn't sweet. Was it Darling? Yeah, Darling Lemon. It wasn't sweet. I was like, so this is yet thing that people are trending like their life depends on it. It made me started dating. At the time, I wasn't really ready for this dating kind of thing. So I don't know if I'm making sense. Yes. Somehow, some way, I thank God that decision didn't turn out really bad for me. But I wasn't prepared then, mentally, psychologically, because I went through a lot somehow. Do you get it? It made me abandon those values, those things I searched for myself, and it made me afraid of criticism. So I just started looking for validation from people, and my self-confidence went down. My self-worth went down. How I saw myself went down. That exploitive, creative, bubbly benedicta went down. Just because I was seeking validation from others. People that weren't feeding me. So one day I said to myself that, Bene, if you constantly seek validation from others, because of that, you're afraid of criticism, the things they will say, how they are going to say it, how it's going to bring your soul down. How are you going to fulfill the purpose of God for your life? Have you ever wondered why you are this way somehow, or you're quite different from maybe the people that thinks you are yet? So I just started asking myself for answers, and I found them. But that will be in the next episode. I'll talk about it. But before we go to the next topic next time, I want to ask you, are you going to live on other people's opinion and lose yourself? Remember, they will have something to say in your next stage. Well, until next time, be gentle with your mind. Adios, way again.